And coming to you live from Church, Poland, off the coast of St. Stanislas Bay, here in beautiful Kiribati. I am your host, Yaku of the Zaku, and with me today, I have El Hombre de Café Salado himself, Light_VIP. How we doing, Light? Also, I forgot to mention we're casting the ESL Open Cup Fueled by Dare.
What's up, Yaku? We were just here yesterday, and now we're here today with ESL Open Cup Fueled by Dare. Mate, I hope you're ready. I hope the people are excited because we have someone here who we have not seen for quite some time.
That we have not. Here we have spawning on Eternal Empire EELE, which, if we are all on the same page, I just want to confirm that it does in fact stand for Extra Essences Listen Elsewhere. Yeah, that's what I just said. Here in the to speed us up in the bottom left corner map, spawning in the bottom left corner map, we have the Red Terran, all the way from the land of Australia, currently representing Bear Me. However, it is actually teamless. We have HuT.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner, but also proxying on the other side of the map, we have the Australian Protoss player representing IXL. Not too sure who they are. It is GnuGnu. Also teamless. Oh boy. Okay, so as soon as we saw this guy sign up, we're like, yo, we have to catch him. HuT, he's been gone for months. This is his first time competing in 2020.
It very much so is, and even in 2019, he I think it honestly has been a year since we've last seen HuT compete in just about anything. This is something that's pretty interesting coming up from his opponent, GnuGnu, who is relatively unknown and relatively new Protoss player.
I love it.
Yeah, how do you rate that gas steal, Light?
It's beautiful. I mean, if you're a player who's going up against a pro or even maybe even an ex-pro in this situation, you want to go crazy. You want to do something out of the norm because that's how you're going to take a game off of someone like that. And it goes for a gas steal. We have a Nexus in the main base. We got a proxy gateway with the Zealot across the map. Oh my god.
This is going to be a little bit of a doozy coming in here, Light. The Zealot is starting to get pretty low. There's some pretty good kiting with the Marine by HuT, and trying to pull a couple of the boys there just for good measure. All in all, decent. Old.
Decent. I mean, the Nexus will finish, so I don't really know what he's planning to do with that. I do like that he is getting a bunker ready for the recall, and we'll see what GnuGnu is able to do with this. And I love how this is HuT's like introduction, like his like welcome back.
Here's a proxy Nexus for you. This is this is probably not what HuT was expecting. He has been he's not completely out of it yet. He has gotten a little bit of an introductory back into StarCraft in these past couple of months, but nothing this severe, I should say.
Yep. And just for some context, the Reaper does find the proxy. A little for some context, HuT, he has started streaming. I think he started streaming last week. Last week. So he started streaming again. He started playing again. Kind of getting back into it, and everyone was so excited. And yeah, here he is. You know, he's finally competing. He even mentioned that he was going to join next week in GPO as well. The GPO that just passed was a little bit too soon, and he needed some time. But yeah,
it is just about accurate. A little bit of a cheekiness coming up from HuT himself. Now he's not actually planning to load anything into that bunker, but it's just a nice little distraction to have there. This bunker does manage to complete. It's already on fire, but the repair is definitely there. And there we go, there's that recall, but not in the Nexus that GnuGnu perhaps wanted. Meanwhile, if we look in the... Oh, actually, the Reaper manages to get in there. Nice.
Yeah, the Reaper's... Yeah, they do get in, but there is a shield battery here, so nothing should really go down for GnuGnu. Something that's interesting. Okay, there's a lot of interesting things that are happening.
Meanwhile,
So HuT was forced to cancel his CC, his natural. So he was stuck on one base. And we do have a ninja base.
that is accurate, and yeah, if HuT misreads this could definitely be a bit of a sticky situation to say the least. But on the other hand, I feel like HuT, he knows what he's got to do. His instincts have not failed him just yet. He knows that if he just counterattacks, he should be able to get some damage done. But he definitely needs to be aware of how he is economically compared to his opponent. He's going to keep this Reaper here, just be a little bit of a scout, but again, that's just not where that Reaper needs to be right now.
Exactly. As you were saying, like HuT, he's like diligently scouting, like he does have the Reaper there just to spot a Nexus coming down, but he's being a little bit deceived right now because there is that ninja. Yeah, so he doesn't know what kind of situation, what kind of game this is really turning out to be. This could completely catch him off guard.
Now, to be fair, GnuGnu is kind of playing a little bit into HuT's hand here. Gonna be going for that Warp Prism, trying to elevator a couple of units in it, potentially. But for now, he has just about figured out, oh, right, you're turtling up. I probably shouldn't do that.
Yeah, I mean, HuT should be relatively safe defensively. Like, he's got 2 Vikings now. He has 2 tanks as well. Like, he should be perfectly fine against this. But it does kind of come down to when does he decide to push out? When does he decide to take his natural?
Well, I can tell you that the CC is done, so relatively soon. I'm thinking that HuT might just be hoping that GnuGnu tries to run up the ramp there. Oh, I like this. Trying to posture around, trying to pick up these Vikings. But getting that observer is definitely huge. These Vikings can try to pounce. No, I think the time has passed. I was going to say these Vikings can try to pounce on top of the Warp Prism. By that time, it's definitely long past. We see HuT just slowly unsieging and sieging back up, slowly getting back into the pace of this game. There we go, Light. There's that Dark Shrine. Yep. That's definitely a way to end out a game if you're not careful.
Definitely. I do like that HuT, he is being pretty careful. And did he cancel it? He was making a missile turret. Yeah, it's at his ramp, so he is safe against DTs. At least heading into his main base. But
these Vikings are very ballsy. These stalkers are not focusing on them, and so the Warp Prism should go down. The tech didn't actually get sniped, but the Warp Prism going down is absolutely huge right now for HuT. Gonna have to pull back once he realizes I should be a bit more defensive. Fight with my tanks, but yeah, for now, HuT is fine. Even getting that Raven as well.
Yeah, some nice control there by HuT. He was able to snipe that Warp Prism, and he spots the ninja!
And things have gotten from bad to good here for HuT.
Yeah, he does spot the ninja. He knows exactly what is happening. He should be able to punish this at some point, and this... Now I don't know where this goes from here. Like, I was kind of giving the edge to GnuGnu for a while, but now that HuT is aware of everything that's happening in this game, like, I imagine he should be able to respond well to this.
Well, that's definitely an if. They're still gonna be here, just gonna be concerned about just DTs coming out here, but they're also pretty good for picking off observers. We do see GnuGnu now just gonna be on the retreat, gonna go back home and just try to macro up and outpace his opponent, but it is HuT that we're talking about.
Yeah, I kind of want GnuGnu just to take his natural, just to start expanding, like just to start expanding, and then we just go into like a regular, like normal game, like we just kind of transition. But we'll see, as it looks like HuT is getting ready to move out. We'll see if he goes for the ninja or just goes for the throat, tries to go for the main base, as GnuGnu is trying to take his natural.
That we do definitely see. It's going to be a while before HuT does push out, though. His stim is still on the way. He is still waiting for a couple of medevacs. Ooh, manages to get a cancel on that Warp Prism. And again, HuT, he is pretty content right now. Again, it all just comes back to HuT knows exactly what his opponent is doing. And he knows that he's in a pretty good position.
Yeah. I mean, he's still working on his upgrades. He still doesn't have Stim or any of his upgrades for his bio, so he is kind of waiting for that to comfortably move out. Defensively, like, he has missile turrets all over the place. He has Vikings as well. He's looking pretty solid in that respect. That's also kind of why I want GnuGnu to be a little bit more greedy, since HuT is being so defensive.
Well, we do see. Yeah, well, it's. Can't disagree with you there. It would be nice to see GnuGnu throw down another Nexus, but I think that I just think that that's not what he's planning to do here.
I mean, I do think that,
it's just not his thing.
Yeah, I do think that what he does have going for him is, even though that ninja base was spotted, like, he's still comfortably mining from it. Like, nothing has really. Like, nothing of consequence has really happened quite yet. So, he is still... as I say that, here we go. Here comes the drop.
Well, it's still technically true here, and what worries me here is that GnuGnu, a lot of his tech is here in the ninja base. If that DT, if that Dark Trine goes down, no more Archons. If that Twilight Council goes down, what upgrades does he have? And what upgrades is he lacking? He won't have any blink or anything. We do see the push here, and it seems like GnuGnu might just barely have enough, but this is a very nice spread here from HuT. That's where she getting a concave. GG is called, and HuT going to be taking game number 1.
GG. What a game number 1. I love it. This is what HuT comes back to. And really, he's thinking like, oh god, is this really what I want with my life? Have I made the correct choice in coming back to StarCraft if this is happening to me? But honestly, GG, well played by GnuGnu. Like, he's a Masters player. Like, he isn't a GM or anything like that. I believe this is the first time he's playing in ESL Open Cup as well. So, pretty decent showing in game number 1 against a player like HuT.
It definitely is. A lot of tricks have been thrown down. We did see HuT fall for quite a bit of mind games there, but in the end, some things just don't deteriorate.
Yeah. And again, it's also important to bear in mind that he has been laddering like pretty seriously over the past couple of days, over the past week or so. So
the thing that I find interesting, though, the week that Seether doesn't sign up, we have HuT.
Yeah, what does that mean? What does that even mean?
What could it possibly mean? Seether, of course, the man who escaped from Tarkov, winning the previous ESL Open Cup Fueled by Dare.
Yeah, it is a little bit of a shame that Seether didn't sign up today. Whether he's been playing Tarkov or what, I'm not too sure. But yeah, especially because he won recently, and now he's not leading, but he's the second most like winning player in this tournament series. So it would have been cool to see him try and like defend his throne.
Signing up.
Yeah.
And then you thought, oh, never mind.
He wanted to give his other Terran, Australian Terran, like a moment in the sunshine, like
Rip for sure. He didn't do that for sure.
It's true.
But we are here. We're spawning in onto Nightshade, otherwise known as Melladonna. LE, which does in fact stand for Linguini S della Fucini. Linguini S della Fucini. Here in the bottom right hand corner of the map, spawning in the bottom right hand corner of the map, we have not Azure, but the other Australian Terran player spawning down here in the red shorts, all the way from the land in Australia. He is going to be representing Bear Me, however, currently teamless, as he is a semi-retired player. We have HuT. Everybody get your butts out.
What? Spawning in the top left-hand corner of Nightshade LE, we have the Australian Protoss player representing Team IXL, which looks like Team 9th Legion. First time seeing that clan. And also proxying once again, we have GnuGnu.
A lot more extreme this time, coming out from GnuGnu. You know what would really put the cherry on top of all this, like
What?
if GnuGnu had put a cannon in, or not a cannon, a forge in his main.
So what I that would actually be amazing because this isn't necessarily a proxy, and as a Nexus gets thrown down in the main base again, what he's like, his proxied buildings, they're just kind of a fake out. Like the purpose is just to be deceiving for HuT and make it seem like, oh, there's like a proxy out on the map, and there are things out there that could be coming my way anytime now. When really, like, they're at the third base location, you know, they're nowhere near HuT. Like, there's no danger to him. They're just there to look imposing. Meanwhile, there is that Nexus, which I believe did get spotted by HuT.
It did.
Yeah.
But what is HuT gonna do about it? Nothing. Okay, he says a little bit.
he's gonna
do a little bit to it, but
yeah. Yeah, I mean, he had a pretty nice reaction to it last game, right? Just build a bunker next to it, you know, make sure like you're set up nicely defensively. Also, something that I really wanted to quickly do is I'm gonna call out Seether, who's in the chat right now, mate. What's going on? We were just talking about how you didn't sign up.
I messed up my sleep schedule and I'm too tired.
Wow. Wow.
Okay. Fair enough.
I just someone at Chase, because Chase is also asleep right now, just saying. Fucking called out.
Alright. We do see GnuGnu going for that dark shrine.
Oh,
a
recall.
lot quicker. The recall does actually nail down. No bunker this time coming out from HuT, but there is already a surround of SCVs. These steps not going to be long for this world, but we'll see what they can get done. The short answer is not much.
Yeah, they were just able to kill a couple of Marines, and they should go. Oh no, they're still alive.
It is still alive, light.
Oh no!
And
HuT,
now
please.
we actually get a couple of SCVs here. At least one. There you go. Boom.
Yeah. Behind this, it looks like the Cyclone is out, so everything should be cleaned up. So overall,
He made probes from this Nexus to try to throw down a couple of
still
pylons.
making
I
probes.
like it. He is still making probes here, trying to mine the gas of HuT. But in the end decides, nope, I'm just gonna send out my probes to try to get down a couple of pylon rushes. If only Mothership Core was still in the game, then
Don't
you could really
even.
do the pylon rush.
No one wants that. No one wants the Mothership Core back in the game.
Kind of want it. I'm a little nostalgic for it.
Something like this would have dealt so much more damage. And here we have the follow-up. We have DTs on the way. Behind this, I don't think there's an engineering bay. There is a starport on the way. But it's still a ways away. So if the starport gets focused down, there's going to be no Raven, but there is plenty of energy for scans.
That there is. HuT needs to know that he needs to save a scan here. Does not quite see the DT, and they are already now in the base.
There it is. We have a missile turret
With
being
the
made.
swipe.
Yeah, there a scan gets used in the natural as well to try and clean up that DT. Does get it in the end, but there's still one DT left.
HuT doesn't quite have the energy for another scan. Did not manage to get a cancel there. All right, now there's just enough energy, but GG is already called. HuT going to be taking that game 2-0.
GG.
And there you have it. It is a bit of an interesting series there that we've had here. I think a lot of people were expecting HuT to be the favorite in the series, but man, GnuGnu, he definitely made it interesting.
Yeah. I'm honestly, I love the way GnuGnu played. I feel like that's kind of the way you should play. Like if you want to seriously like try and take a map off of a higher tier player, off of like an ex-pro player or even a pro player, like just go in and just do something crazy, you know, and pray that it works, because it sometimes it can, right?
It definitely sometimes can, and we see that it almost did. But yeah, I think we would have a very uninteresting, uneventful series here if GnuGnu had just played straight up. You know, we would have to really force it. We would have to be like, oh yeah, and this is why we wanted HuT to get back, come out of retirement. Am I right? Like,
You know, it would have been like creator versus stats yesterday. just a one-sided stomp where
Then we'd be like, yeah, I know, but creator now, he's getting the gateway down.